Well, today I got a bag of celery for $1.29. I got strawberries for $2.49, and that was a pound. I've already prepared them, and they're ready for the freezer. I also got, it's hard to do one-handedly. I also got grapes, 2 pounds for $2.49, and those are washed. But I think the main thing I want to talk about today is when you're in a van, you don't have counter space. All of this has to be cut. All of this has to be washed. So how do you do it? Well, let me show you. I have a pan of water. And once I cut these up small enough, I'm going to wash everything off in this pan of water. Everything's washed off. The grapes are washed off, the strawberry, but they have to be done like in a pan. And having extra bowls, I just don't have enough room. So I use my cooking pan, the biggest one, and put water in it. So I cut off the leafy part of the celery because I'm going to save that, wash that separately, and put that in some of the salads that I make. Instead of the stalks, I might just put the leaves. So I am making some salads, and that's why I got so much fruit. So I'm going to wash these once in here with minimal amount of water. Then I'm going to cut them up, and I'm going to give them a second wash. So just so you know, you usually get 2 washes. But again, this is very time consuming to cook in a van. It's not real fast and easy. Of course, this would be time consuming for anybody with the salads that I'm going to make. And I'll tell you all about those in a little bit. So this is my celery, that whole package of celery. 1 stalk, I guess is what you'd call it. Just a small bowl. And that's done. So next I have bananas and apples. You will notice these are large chunks. Well, the reason is I'm not using any lettuce or anything else. Celery is going to be my greenery for this simple salad. That's all I'm going to use. So I make it as larger chunks. I have put a cup of celery in what I call my mixing bag. I'm going to put everything in here. I'm going to mix my salad together inside the bag, including the dressing. 2 smaller size bananas. Well, these 2 bananas are ready to go in the bag. And 1 washed medium apple cut up into chunks. That's going in the bag. So as you can see, apples, bananas, and chunks of celery. This is my salad. I'm going to put a special dressing in here, and I will mix it all up, and that will be my salad for my dinner tonight. Now, I'll give you the price. I bought a lot of fruit today because I found fruit really at inexpensive prices, and I love salads like this. But let me show you what I do. I use poppy seed dressing on most of my fruit salads. I use it very lightly, just enough to coat, just a very small coating. And so that's my banana, apple, and celery salad. Poppy seed dressing. Again, use it lightly. Some people may want a lot more. Sometimes I'll use lettuce instead of celery. Sometimes I'll use cabbage. But again, I always use poppy seed dressing. So let me show you. I just put in 2 tablespoons of poppy seed dressing. Yeah, it's all mixed up. Yeah, you can see the poppy seed on the bag. I'm going to put this bag in the refrigerator and marinate it, and tomorrow I will have a great morning salad. So, let me give you the prices. It was so good. I went to the grocery outlet, and I got, the poppy seed dressing was $3. Now, that'll go a long way. I mean, you'll have that for a year. Keep it in the fridge. You got to open it up and keep it in the fridge. I got 2 apples for $1.31. I got 5 bananas for 94 cents. I got the grapes, 2 pounds of grapes for $2.49. Celery $1.29. And $2.49 for a pound of strawberries. The strawberries will give me at least 2 helpings. I'm going to put a little sugar in them and make them, and they're frozen. And then they just come out, and you can put them on topping on ice cream or shortcake, whatever you want, or just strawberries. You don't even have to put the sugar on them. You can just eat the strawberries when you thaw them out. But that's 5, 6, 29, 7, 8, 11. That's $11. Now, that's going to give me a lot of food. I mean, really, it really is. The grapes I'm going to use, and I'm going to make a chicken salad, which I use grapes for. And I nibble on grapes a lot. I like grapes, so they'll be gone within a few days. The celery, I'm also going to use in my chicken salad. Now, you saw the celery salad I did on this video. Didn't cost me that much. I used about 1/3 of the celery, 2 of the bananas, so say 75 cents for the celery. I'm sorry, 45 cents for the celery. And didn't use any of the grapes. I didn't use any of the strawberries. There's 2 of the bananas, so say half the bananas, 45 cents. That's 85 cents. And 1 of the apples is 60, so $1.50. Now, I'm going to get 3 or 4 of those salads to eat. 3 or 4 meals out of that. Out of $1.50, that's like 50 cents for the salad. Now, I can eat that by itself, or I can add it in and maybe have some fried rice, which is what I intend on doing. But I will eat that salad in the morning. Then at 11 or 12, I might have some fried rice with chicken. And then I'm trying to eat 3 meals a day instead of just 1 or 2. And trying not to forget. So if I prepare this stuff in advance, then I don't forget to eat. I just heat up. Almost done with my fried rice. This is the evening. So, I did very well, guys. I'll get 2 meals, 2 helpings out of the strawberries, which will give me $1.25 each helping. Yeah, pretty inexpensive. Pretty inexpensive. And that was at Grocery Outlet. And when you see stuff like that, there has to be some way of buying it and freezing it so you can have it later on. Maybe not the bananas or the apples. I would have liked to have had some walnuts, but they're very expensive to put in with my celery salad. But it's too expensive. As you can see, it's a pretty cheap meal for $12. A $12 shopping spree. They did have a package of cookies for 99 cents. And I did buy that. So, however, if you noticed, everything is in plastic. Celery's in plastic. Every fruit except for the bananas and the apples are in plastic. It is a lot of plastic, a lot of trash. A lot of trash. Really disturbs me because I can't recycle that plastic. So that's going in the trash. Just thought I'd let you know. It was very cheap. And in my estimation of getting some fruit, haven't seen fruit that cheap in a long time. So I do enjoy fruit salads. I do enjoy fruit, but many times I just can't afford it. So I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.